do you say there, guys? What's happening, friends? Elton here. Yeah, as you just saw, it's yet another crappy morning here in Montreal, as it's been for pretty much weeks. I think it's really been rare not only to have a sunny day, but just to have a sunny morning. And today is Monday, the second last day of October 2023, right before Halloween. I guess it's good Halloween weather. I mean, there's still some snow. There's still some little bit of snow coming down. Nothing major. No worry. No snow removal operations in line yet. Just a little bit of snow, but yeah, it's not very positive. But Saturday was a kick-ass day. It cleared up in the morning. It was gorgeous the rest of the day, even though it was, very windy. But it's great. So anyway, make a long story short here. So you might have noticed I changed positions here for my painting because what happened is, again, as I always emphasize, well, for one thing, as you can see, it's a lot better showing this painting I just completed than if it was again facing the window because it would be too bright. There's too much contrast, and even with these two lights on, it's not changing much. So it's fantastic. I'm happy about that. But actually, I changed everything around because when I was facing the other way, this place is so old. This building's over 100 years old, and like a lot of old buildings, the floors are all crooked. They weren't built like they are today. They were built on sedentary rock. So yeah, and just I would just kept kneeling in all the time to have to paint, always kneeling forward more so, which I already do too much as it is because I'm visually impaired. If you don't know about me, and I've been visually impaired since I was born. I've been a car fanatic since always. And I don't think I really got officially turned on into classic cars, old cars, until I was about 9 when Ghostbusters came out in 1984. So featuring the famous '59 Cadillac Ecto One. Anyway, so yeah, so this is a lot better. God, it seems to have taken me friggin' years to figure out a position where I'm actually comfortable to do my paintings. I mean, if you're gonna do paintings like this, it's very we're talking about, you're not talking about abstract here. You're just going "Ooh," whatever, different colors, splatter here and there. No, this is accuracy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I brought the prices up a little bit more with doing these paintings. Now it's at $250 to 300. So depending on what it is, and depending always on detail. Anyway, so anyway, now I'm much more comfortable here. Got the correct lighting. Got three lights here, right? And the window. There doesn't seem to be much of a contrast issue, which is fantastic. And I'm not. And I even brought my chair in here from my living room because it's just much more comfortable to work in for long hours. So anyway, this painting is from my friend Orphée. His name is Orphée. That's his name, Orphée. He's from originally from Quebec City, I think. Big Oldsmobile fan, big fan of Forenzas. He's restoring this car. If you might have seen the video I did of this car unrestored, several blocks from my place when we did a start up there and got her running the 455 V8. It's a W30. It's a rarer model than their usual Toronado. It took me longer actually to do this painting, partly because of the weather. It's just it's just so crappy every morning, every day. It's just you don't have much energy, and I mean I've had my three coffees already, and it's not even 12. And also just a lot of details took longer. This with the rocket here, this is from an actual picture that my friend provided me, found, which is very fitting for two reasons. Because 1969 was the year the Americans went on the moon, right? One small step for man, one large step for mankind. Anyway, and of course, this was the symbol, so to speak, of Oldsmobile's rocket V8 power engines for the 1950s. They had often a symbol of a rocket, cartoon type rocket. And I have ads like that, beautiful ads, 53, 52, 54. So yeah, he really made a great choice with that, and he even chose. He's so meticulous that he even actually chose not. This is not a 1969 color. This color is called Nugget Gold. It's actually from the 1970 Oldsmobile palette, and on top of that, these caps here are from a '70 Oldsmobile Toronado, which were optional and actually rare. And he told me he actually found some, but they don't fit the rims, and which is weird because it's got the correct rims. I don't know, but the caps stick out because it's a front wheel drive car, right? So it's a different, it's a transverse axle, if I'm not mistaken. It's not it's not a typical axle, right? Because the engine is mounted sideways. The only thing that I'm still, even now, I'm not thrilled about is for some reason, and I for some reason, you see how the wheel here. Now I don't have a picture of a 69 Toronado in front of me. I've been using my phone as usual. But I can tell you though that this is a little bit off here. This wheel here, this rear, I was never happy with it. And I actually, what I do is I blame my astigmatism, because you see, if you look at my, I don't know, I think it's this eye that's crooked. Anyway, this eye is the eye really with the astigmatism, and the reason why I can't drive. And the reason is that, see, if you're, let's say you're running or driving, right, whatever, and your peripheral vision, the furthest point you see clearly, and then you see things coming from the sides without moving your eyes. Well, this side is fine. This side, not too good. So that's why I had so much difficulty doing the side of this car, not the front. The front was no problem, but again, going towards the back here. So again, lesson learned. But it was fun. It was fun. It was challenging, but it was fun, and I'm glad to have it done. And I'm sure my friend's going to be thrilled. And again, I told him, I said, I hope this encourages you to continue restoring this car slowly. I mean, again, like I said, we got it running last year. Well, more like him. And I don't remember what he said. He was working on something recently. I don't remember what it was that he changed. And so yeah, hopefully he doesn't lose sight of it, because it is a very, very cool car. It's special. Like I said, it's front wheel drive. You're talking about, I don't know how much horsepower, 385, maybe more. It was really towards the end of the muscle car not just muscle car, but the major horsepower for American cars. Cars like this, Buick Electras, Oldsmobile 442s, and Cadillac Eldorados, anything that had a big V8 had a lot of power. Because after especially 72, and oddly enough, coincidentally, 73, the oil embargo, that all really disappeared. And so it didn't even matter if these cars still have 454, 455 engines. They were just, pretty much gutless. It was just looked impressive, and or impressive on paper. So because the government added, by mandate, added all kinds of pollution control or anti-pollution controls, and that was the way it went. And that was really because of the government and because of insurance companies, because there were way too many claims of major car accidents, because all these cars had too much power, and unfortunately also inadequate brakes. So I've read into all this over the years, even though I didn't live at that time. I think I'm in a reflection, being of almost a boomer mentality, because when I'm doing this, I'm listening to music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So it feels sometimes like I've lived at that time. Oh yeah, and by the way, you might have noticed too. Yeah, I did that. The turn signal auxiliary light there, the parking lamps, I put them like they were on, and the car kind of looks like it's driving too. And very happy with it. So again, if you want something done, Christmas is coming. By the way, you'll notice also that, see, I paint all the edges. Are all painted. They're all done. Again, that's $250 to $300 depending on what we're talking about. If it's a heavy truck or a big bus, so that's going to be even more. But again, the sky's the limit, as they say. That's why it's fun to do paintings. As for any models, I'm not doing any models right now, because again, the weather's crap, and then I got to do a little painting for my aunt's car as well. She's already paid me advance. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And but once it starts to get sunny, they're saying sunny tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Then yeah, hopefully maybe I'll start putting paint on my next model, which is it's right here. I might as well show it to you. 39 Chevy Lowrider, which I'm probably not gonna put those wheels on there. All the parts are washed. It's all ready to paint. So that's it, guys. And thanks for watching. And again, you want to support my channel, much appreciated. Go to Patreon, look me up, Elton McFall, or Retro Old School, whatever you want to chip in. That'd be terrific. And almost all these items you see here are for sale. Original paintings I had done, and photos, like this photo here that I took in Villeray here in Montreal back in 07. That's actually a photo done up from a slide photo. It's not, that was right before I did the transition to digital. So that's a slight photo, and then I got an original 57 Studebaker Golden Haka, and there's a drawing I did years ago of Jean Beliveau. That's the only person I ever did in a series of these drawings. And that's it. So again, thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'm going to upload this now. Bye.